And we're back for another weekly wisdom, right? So this week we are going to be doing a little arts and crafts. A little bit of spiritual arts and crafts. So we are going to be dealing with some sigils today. So if you don't know, a sigil is when you write out something, a statement, and then you turn it into an image. Okay? And there are plenty of books on how to do this. It does serve you to learn how to do this. But until you do, Mommy got you covered. Okay, we're going to go to sigilengine.com. Sigilengine.com. So before we go to sigilengine.com, we're just going to write out something that we want to affirm in our life, right? We're going to keep it very simple for this one. Let's say, protect my home, protect my finances, protect my mind. Simple. We're going to take that over to sigilengine.com. Okay. Take that over to sigilengine.com. Go www.sigilengine.com. Boom. This is a free software or free website that will create the sigils for you. Boss stuff, right? So like I said, protect my home. Protect my finances. And protect my mind. Okay, so this is going to create the sigil for you. So what they do is they take out the duplicating letters and when they turn it into an image, right? So ideally, like I said, you want to be able to do this for yourself, but if you can't, fine. Okay, fine. So this is what we get. Okay, this is our sigil. And we're going to export it. All right, I'm going to take this red one and I'm just going to save it. Right click, save as sigil 2. Okay. And I'm just going to open the file up and print it out. I'm not going to print it out right now, but we're going to print it out. So now we have our sigil. Now what you want to do is you want to print it out and get ready to trace it. Okay. So the trace is going to put your personal energy into this thing. We did it on a computer. Normally you just write it out by hand, but we didn't have opportunity to do that. So we're going to trace it with colored pens. Whatever color you want. So if it's protection thing, look up whatever color you want to use for protection. Money, the same thing, the greens, the reds, the blacks, the blues, the oranges. Okay. And you just want to trace that sigil in whatever color that is. So I like to create symbols that actually hold energy. And I like to put more and more energy into that. So since this is a protection sigil that we just made, I'm of the mind that I'm going to send anytime I'm worried about my safety, my money, or mental health, or my mind, or something like that. I'm going to take all that anxiety. I'm going to send it towards this sigil. Okay? And I'm going to pair it with a breath that my mom taught me called the dumping breath, which may have come by way of a Young Van Zandt. I'm not sure, but my mom taught it to me. So that's what I'm crediting on this one. Okay? So we're going to just say that this is our sigil. And like I said, it is for worry, anxiety, and protection, right? And protect me from these things. And anytime I'm worried about these things, I'm going to send that worry and anxiety to the sigil to make it stronger. Okay? So I'm breathing in for a count of 8. I'm holding, turning to the left slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. Where I'm just sending all that energy to that sigil. And as soon as I feel that it's all wafted off of me, it's finished, I've locked it in, it's in the sigil. Boom. And every time I feel it, I'm locking it in. And now this sigil is a portal or a transmuter of my worry into protection and strength. So you can do this also with like money things or relationships or anything you want to do. If you want to increase self-love for yourself, you can write the sigil, just like we did on Sigil Engine, trace it out. And then instead of sending worry and anxiety, you send all the love you have for yourself. So every time you see the sigil, you're not just reminded, but you feel all the energy of all the love that you have for yourself. Okay, so we're just taking the sigil thing up a notch. And some people do this, some people don't. But the thing is repetition, all right? We're using the sigil because the sigil cannot think about what we put into it. So when you start thinking about the things that you want or your ideas or whatever else, you release mental energy. The whole purpose of using candles, sigils, and all this other type of stuff, the whole way magic works in general is we're trying to compress energy so that it pops in our favor. All right. So when we send this energy to the sigil can't think to release mental energy. You see what I'm saying? When you hear people say do stuff in private or don't tell me about your ideas or whatever else, it's because it takes away some of the mental energy to make that thing happen. So we want to push and push and push as much energy into this thing so that it makes stuff pop in our favor. That's it. That's why you use candles. That's why you use dolls. That's why you do all that stuff, because the mind will constantly release energy. All right? So you can do, like I said, you can do this for money. You can do this for anything. You can do this very simply. And you don't even have to add the breath to it. You don't have to do none of that. You can just write you up on Sigil engine, a sigil of your choice, and just use it however you choose to use it. Look it up, right? But I really just want to give you this hack about Sigil engine and how easy it makes this kind of thing, all right? Because sometimes we just don't have all the skill to do this on our own, you know what I mean? But as we learn it and we get the methodology behind it, and we read about how this thing is working or whatever, you can make your own, and you'll enjoy it. Okay, so it's a little bit of spiritual arts and crafts for you with your girl ADARA Moselle, and I will see y'all. Oh, follow me on Instagram. Follow me on follow me on Instagram at ADARAMoselle.com. Visit my site www.adaramoselle.com, and I will see y'all next week.